So on today's episode of Stuff I Actually Use, I want to talk about my absolute favorite interface ever, the Focusrite 4i4. What up, folks? It's your boy John Mike. I'm back again, and today I want to talk about the Focusrite 4i4. So it's got two inputs on the front, two on the back, 4 line outputs. You got MIDI in and MIDI out. Always love to see that on an interface. It's light, it's compact, it's got a metal chassis, so it's built very, very well, very, very durable. It can stand the test of time of many throwings in and out of your bag, so it will do the job that it's set out to do. I really love this interface, not just for the clarity of sound, because it has amazing sounding preamps and it sounds great. You'll hear it in just a minute when I plug it up. I love it for one really, really dope feature, and that is Loopback. Having Loopback is really, really dope, especially in this day and time where we're streaming constantly, whether that's via Zoom or via Facebook Live or Instagram Live or, any of these live, streaming formats. It's dope to have an audio interface that will make it extremely easy for you to get up and running and get your sound into a live stream with no fuss, no muss. This has become my go-to interface for when I'm doing trainings via Zoom and Facebook Live, and this is at the centerpiece of everything that I do when I go live, because it just makes it extremely easy to get your audio in. So we're going to plug this up, and the next audio that you hear is going to be actually the audio from the interface itself, and then I'm going to show you a few features that I think is really dope about this particular interface. So now the audio that you're hearing is directly from the Focusrite interface. I really love the warmth and the clarity that kind of comes from Focusrite preamps. It's really, really cool. And then one thing that's really cool about it is you can see when I talk, this light actually lights up or what have you. But here's something that's really, really cool about this. Here in the Focusrite settings, you can actually change the colors of these particular knobs. So I could change this to purple if I wanted to. So now when I go here and I talk, it's purple. And I know it may translate and look like a different color on screen, but it's definitely purple, as you can see. But while we're here in the software, I want to show you some really dope stuff about this. The input settings are really simple. You can switch from line to instrument mode, but they have this little thing here called air that I think is really, really cool that you can add in. So if I hit this, now it adds a little bit of like top end. I don't get into frequency ranges, but a little bit of top end kind of, air that gives it that nice little sizzle on the top of the vocals. And it sounds great whether you're, actually talking or you're, if you're singing, if someone is singing on this and you feel like the vocal needs a little bit of top end, going in here and clicking this little air button does wonders. So the other thing, like I was talking about earlier about Loopback, is you can see we have a channel down here called Loopback. Right now, I have the mix set to where, it's bringing in my microphone so you can hear that. That's what's going out to the stream. I'm going to play something else. You won't be able to hear it because of how I have my audio routed, but you can see even if I be quiet, audio is pumping out into that Loopback channel. So what's super dope about this is that I don't have to do any kind of special routing or do anything to get audio from my DAW or from my computer into my live stream, whether I'm on Zoom or Skype or whatever, Facebook Live. All I literally have to do is just set the interface, the Scarlett, set it to the Scarlett in the system settings, or make it the output in the DAW, and I can automatically have control over sending that into the stream. So once I have that mixing here, I can control all of my elements, my software playback, my actual hardware inputs. I can control, how much of that goes into the stream, all done from right here. And I think it's really, really cool. And it's made my life 100% easier. Now, the drawbacks for this, I don't really have much. This is actually legit my favorite little interface. I take this thing with me. It's very travel worthy. It does what I need for it to do. It gets my audio into my live streams, whether I'm on Zoom and all of that stuff like that. This thing has worked wonders for me. Maybe one thing that I can say is a con is that of all of the third generation Focusrite Scarletts, you have to have the 4i4 in order to use the loopback capabilities. This doesn't work if you have like a 2i2 or solo or anything like that. You got to have at least the 4i4 to get the loopback capabilities. But this does exactly what I need for it to do. I got line outs, multiple line outs. I got loopback audio. I got two inputs, multiple outputs. It just checks all of the boxes for me. So if I had to put something in the category of my favorite interface, it would definitely be the Focusrite Scarlett 4i4 or anything in this range. Again, the only drawback I would say is if you want loopback capabilities, you're gonna have to get at least a 4i4. So it comes with some pretty good software. You get the auto tune 3 months free of that, and then you get like a little Marshall amp and some reverb and some Focusrite effects, and it's just some really cool stuff. Splice, the addictive drums. Of course, it's coming with Ableton Live, so you want to definitely, grab that and if that's your thing. But yeah, so you get a whole lot of bang for your buck. I mean, it's going to cost you somewhere in the neighborhood of $249 to get this particular version versus I think it's like $179 for the 2i2 and then maybe 99 or something, 119 or something like that for the solo. But if you want the loopback features, you're going to have to go with this version, the 4i4, and you're gonna have to spend like $250 in order to get that loopback functionality that I love so much. So that's my take on my favorite interface of all time. I think it's definitely worth the buy. And speaking of being worth the buy, if you think it's worth the buy and you decide you want to buy it based on my review, I would absolutely love it if you would use my affiliate link. It helps out the channel. This is what I use to be able to buy this stuff so that I can do the reviews and stuff on it and be able to keep the channel going. So make sure you do that. But the thing that won't cost you a dime for your time is you can hit the like button. You can hit the share button. You can drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about it. Subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. I'm out. Holla at your boy.